Vadd here. Welcome to Nine Kings. We are going to play a brand new king today, the King of Blood. I said it. He's the King of the Red River King. We'll see how it goes. We'll start a new run, a fresh run. We've already gone through in the playlist. You can see the King of Nothing, the King of Spells, and the King of Greed. Today we've got this bad boy. He's got the big scythe. He's got the bones coming out. He's got the big crown on his head. Very fun. I've been looking at the King of Blood's army, and I've got some real concerns here that this is going to be one of the more unorthodox armies that we're going to play with. Is they've got the pagoda, which summons a unit. I don't love that. They've got the bomber, who just explodes. We have imps, which it literally says fast, aggressive, but they're kind of weak, right? They're small. Carnage, units explode. Sacrifice, vampirism, and the mangler. We've never even used the mangler. Area damage turret. Every year sacrifices an adjacent unit per level to gain damage. That's weird. The cemetery and then the altar. There's like just some weird synergy here that I'm hoping we can get to work. And on the perks, there's 3 unique perks to this this king, right? We've got the start with +1 imp card, start with 1 demon altar in a random corner, and then all summons are stronger. So that makes me think that we need to play around these altars. We'll see how it goes. Do me a favor. If you like this video, click like. YouTube channel members and the Patreon to support what I do. Let's get into the peasant difficulty. It doesn't get any easier than this. Again, just to reiterate here, there is a playlist that has the other kings on it. So if you want to see some of the other kings and how they work out, we can. Here's good, whatever. Well, let's throw down the cemetery here and then maybe put imps beside it. Wow, it really just summoned 1 unit. Okay, this is going to be tricky. So we'll go ahead and throw an imp card down. See what this does. We're out of imps all of a sudden. I mean, we won the round, but I'm not exactly sure how or why. All right, second imp card here. Why does it say imps left 11? Huh. All active allied troops are replaced with level 3 imps. Sure. They were all level 1, now they're level 3. We'll take that action. And then we'll go ahead and throw down the bomber. Sure, why not? I'm really not sure why this is working. I guess because we outnumber them 1,000,000,000 to 1. Mangler. Every year, sacrifice an adjacent unit. Huh. I don't know. Let's just buff the pagoda, I guess. So we had 11. Now there's 13 imps left. I know we're throwing levels at this thing, but I'm just really not sure. Really not sure why this is kind of working. Huh. So we have 14 imps left, 0-14. I'm assuming that's the pagoda. I've got the first altar coming in, and I'm assuming it's got to be some altar strategy. My best guess is we need to get those altars down early. I don't know. This is just a weird one. I'm not understanding why this is working. That's kind of the gist of it. Let's go ahead and give these bad boys some of that action. So the altar summons in 1 unit per level. And for each dead ally, it grows permanently stronger. So at most, it's going to summon 3 units, which doesn't seem like a lot. But as long as we can keep throwing units at this mess, maybe it works out. I don't know. Let's go ahead and clone the altar so we can get another one cooking. There we go. I guess that's the synergy, right? You get down the graveyard so that your units can, when they die, a second unit pops back up, right? And then that gives you an opportunity to... What's the best thing here? Oh, we can't level the cemetery up. That's fine. Try it again. I'm assuming that every one of these units that's dying is actively buffing our altars. And at some point, those altar units just become absurdly strong. I'm guessing. I don't know. Could we have used that unifying thing to draw out more units from the altar? Huh. I just have more questions than answers at this point. Doubles the stats of all active altars. Let's see here. I mean, it's pretty good, but maybe we should wait on that. We'll re-roll it once. If we can. I don't see our money. Doubles the maximum quantity of pagoda summon imps. Let's do that. And it went to 40. Okay. So I'm assuming this pagoda summons in 40 imps right at the start. Wow. I don't know if that's any good, but hey. We've got it. All right, let's do this and get some plots leveled up if we can. Boom. Very nice. Actually, I feel like we really want farms then, just so we can throw more bodies into the grinder. I have absolutely no idea if what we're doing actually works long term. Bombers have their attack area doubled. Awesome. And I have a suspicion it just does not. All right, our pagoda's at top tier, level 3. Summoned in a total of 44 imps right now. Facts are, we're just outnumbering whenever we're fighting. We're not actually doing anything too crazy here. Or necessarily even effective at this point. But we're doing it. I mean, it seems to be working, but part of me thinks that's just because it's a super low difficulty. Best guess. Not really sure. All right, one of the altars is at tier 3, and that one's at 2. Go. Yeah, I feel like if we get 2 farms on here, that'd be huge. I don't even think the King of Nothing's involved. If the King of Nothing deck is not in play, we can't get farms. So I'm kind of hoping we just get these mycelium. Summons a fighting spore. I don't know. All right, so we can get that second altar maxed out. That'll be nice. We go. So they should each field at least 3 of these demon guys, right? Are we supposed to be winning like this? Why does this feel wrong or ineffective? Huh. I mean, we're crushing these guys. I'm just not sure why. Our damage numbers are all spread out. Like, it doesn't feel like any one tower is all active troops. Nah. Reroll that. Double the stats of all altars. Double the quantity of pagoda summons. Let's double the quantity of pagoda imps. So it was 44 before. We'll see what's better now. Should be 88 then, right? Went to 87. That's so weird. Very strange. Cemetery's maxed. We need bombers? Yeah, just bombers. And we have none of those things. All right, well, have some of that action. I mean, I feel like we're winning these battles pretty decisively. I could not tell you why that is. I mean, it just does not feel like we should be. Make peace, okay? Sure. Yeah, the King of Nothing deck is not in play. Good to know. I was tempted to, like, expand our area, but we have 3 open tiles, and we're 10 years away from beating the absolute lowest difficulty. Maybe this is the strat. Maybe I've just stumbled into it on the first go here. Kind of weird, but sure, why not? Some of that action. Whoop. Definitely feels like farms are going to be important at higher difficulties. We could go soldiers. Soldiers aren't bad. There's a bunch of them in a stack. Yeah, I like that. We'll take that. There we go. Go ballistas and shred them. The soldiers did all of 3 damage. Hey, they tried. Okay, they really tried. Do I even have 2 tiles that need a level up? No. Okay. We can wait. We can wait. I don't know why some units run backwards. Like they run back to the graveyard tile almost. I don't know if that's on purpose or not. Or if they just happen to be running that way. It's kind of weird. It's year 27. I mean, we've had a pretty... Yeah, they're doing that backwards run. We've had a pretty dominant go. Just, again, a little unclear. Like, none of our buildings are effective. They're all kind of... I guess just the bombers are effective. None of our buildings are... Enemies cut have a 10% chance to summon back as allies. Yeah, we'll take that action. There we go. None of our buildings are dominant, right? Like, everything seems kind of average at most. All right, let's see if we can make this work. Get this one down. We'll shred it up, get those next 2 plots upgraded, like that action. And how are we summoning more? It says imps left 114. How are we getting to that 114 number? Where's that coming from? That's weird. You know, it was a bit of a mistake maybe to put these soldiers down. There's only 27 in a stack, and these guys have 39. Interesting. Very interesting. Huh. Are the altar units getting bigger? King of Nature's leading the final assault. Him and his broccoli champion. This dude's going down. Well... I don't think anybody needs an upgrade around these guys. Yeah. Here we go. Well, easy win. I'm not convinced it should have been. There's something weird about this. There's something super weird about this. Your kingdom has thrived. All right, we'll take that. Why not? See the stats. Absolutely crushed peasant difficulty. Love to see it. We have 1 perk point. Let's start with that altar. I feel like that's going to be the strat. We got to build around that altar. Get our pagoda down. I wonder if we can buff the altars with anything. All right. And then where would we put the graveyard? In the middle? Huh. See, like, I think we need that graveyard to get maximum value from the altars, right? Best guess. Well, boy, oh boy, oh boy. See what we can get done here. Oh, hold on. That was destroy the target plot. No, no, no. I mean, again, we're just rolling through these guys, but part of me thinks it's because we just have more units. Like, we outnumber them like 3-1. Which maybe is a long-term winning strat, but those cards are going to level up. I'm not even paying attention to that prophecy or whatever. Let's go ahead and take the risk. This cemetery is just level 1. Okay, regrets. Massive regrets. Huge regrets. Just kidding. Cloning that altar's huge. We've got the 30 gold. And so we will... Well... Let's pitch the sacrifice, bump up the bombers, and move it forward. This is the very first opportunity to have a king that gets to start with a tile filled beyond our main like structure, our castle, palace, pagoda, whatever they're calling it these days. Library. So I'm curious with the library if there is a way we could stack a buff on these altars. I assume not, but I'm curious. Yeah, fail. Of course there is. There's no buffs yet. But I'm curious. I'm definitely curious about it. Or like, would the beacon affect it at all? Like, there's got to be some play to it, right? So we can get done here. Or what decides how many imps this thing summons? Or ignoring the summons, is there a way to... Is there a way to try and get... I don't know, if we buff attack speed, do we just summon imps faster? Are all the imps just there at the start of the fight? I have so many questions that I just am not sure how to get answers to on these bad boys. I mean, we're smoking that rainbow army. We'll take it. Haste. I think we go with the shrine. I think the shrine's really effective. It might not be the perfect unit, but I do think it's effective. As we have no use for gold. We could put down the vault so we've got gold coming in, but we need to destroy those eventually, I suppose. I probably wasn't the best play, but it'll be all right. Like, somehow we're just dominating again. I'm so confused why this is continuing to work. All active troops? Nah. Double the stats of all altars? Sure. Good enough. There we go. Like, maybe we'll get a dispenser involved. I don't know. Just to get some more damage going. But I guess that's actually a mistake, because the more units that are alive at the end of the fight, the less of them are... We need them to die, don't we? I wonder if we should just only go bombers. Forget about the imps, only bombers. For the sole purpose of the fact we know they die. Bombers and graveyard, and that would guarantee that the cemetery gets, or the altars get super juicy. Huh. That is a very strange thought to have, right? That the best unit we can have would be the bombers. And maybe they don't get steel coat. We want to make sure they blow it up. I think that actually makes like a strange amount of sense. That we only build bombers. Huh. I feel like that might actually be the way to go. It'd be kind of obnoxious because we've only gotten like, what, one bomber card? But definitely better than the imps. Very interesting. I'm just not even sure this should be working as well as it is. But all the damage is so evenly spread, it almost feels like, do any of these towers matter? And then the obvious answer is, well, of course, the one that matters is... No, we don't want vampirism because they survive longer. Ew. Because we're trying to buff the demon altar, which requires people to die. Huh. Double the maximum quantity of pagoda imps. See, that's not as good because double the stats of all... There it is, Covenant. That's better. That's what we want to see. Well, these guys have what for attack speed? Hit a second 9.45. Let's hit it with the beacon, see what it does. So the beacon did improve their hit a second. Interesting. So some of the support towers are going to be able to buff the altars as well. Okay. So it's not just, you know, if you got it, cook it. There's other things we are hopefully actively doing. Like cloning these guys. Because bombers are best. There we go. Okay. And then what? Overinvest on this one? Sure. Huh. I think one thing Nine Kings does really well is it makes you think differently with each of the kings we've played. They've all played pretty significantly differently. You can make peace with someone, okay. No problem. So remember, making peace with someone takes that king's deck, that king's cards out of the rotation. We're just holding really steady at 127. That, like, we have 100 troops left. Which makes me think we're not getting, like, enough power onto our cemetery. Or, oh, we can clone. Clone's good. Combustion, sure. Midas touch. Oh, out of money. Clone the bombers. And hook these dudes up. Overinvest. Wild card. Perfect. So if we can get rid of one of those stack of imps, we'll field less units, but they'll be stronger. And I feel like we're already putting out hundreds of units in a round, which is kind of crazy to say the absolute least. Reinforce these wild dudes. Yeah, I feel like you should be able to use some of the... Why is this so strong? You should be able... There it is, mortgage that guy. Hit him with the old death note. They're going to like that action. This tile's stacked up. Okay. There we go. All right, so we mortgage these guys. Build more bombers. Yeah, it shows we have no imps left, but even though it shows 0 imps left, I'm watching as the pagoda damage numbers continue to go up. So maybe they have an ongoing summon? See, there's 0 imps left. Maybe it's just an early access issue that it's not clear. I feel like these altars we've got going down though, we've really done a better job this run of just feeding them. Maybe this is the strat. We just feed these things. For better or worse, I feel like it's working. I mean, we're losing troops, but it's kind of like feeling like it's not mattering. Oh boy. And we have nowhere good to put that cemetery. Mistakes have been made. We have no buildings to upgrade either. We're holding on to that wild card for nothing. What a dominant run again. Why is this so effective? Oh my goodness. I feel like these unit buffs, we should be able to throw it on the altar and it'll... Are they getting bigger? They're turning into like Gigantivite. Wow, look at this. Oh, the king agrees, leading his final assault. Dude's about to get wrecked. His altar has 6,000 health, is dealing 1,000 damage, 100% crit chance, and hits the second 102. Oh my goodness. I mean, those are just monstrous units. Wow. Like, I mean, those are like maybe not better than like paladins we've super boosted or something, but an absolutely respectable unit for sure. I think we just smack these guys. Decisive. Look, they are getting bigger. Oh my goodness, deleted. Your kingdom has thrived. Apparently, the King of Blood here is absolutely thriving in this land of bloodshed, apparently. My goodness. I've never done this before. We just beat Peasant difficulty, and then we beat Squire difficulty. We have a level 2 with 2 perks. We're going to take the second perk of start with +1 altar. Okay. And we're going to skip all the difficulties and go right to difficulty of King. I know there's King 2, King 3, King 4 if you keep going, but I'm happy with King. King's the highest difficulty, no problem. I think what we're doing either works on this difficulty or it doesn't, and we need to fundamentally change what we're doing. Only one way to find out. I've yet to figure out where we should put the pagoda, by the way. If we go bomber here, do we double cemetery, or do we go bomber here for a centered cemetery? Like, it's little things like that I'm super unsure about, but That's just a dominant start. All right, the idea here is we're only going to go... Ooh, bombers if we can help it. Maybe that's the wrong play. But since the graveyard can resummon troops and we want our units to die so that the altar units get stronger, I'm not concerned. I'm just not even concerned, but like a little bit. What are the odds we get a stack of Midas to proc? It's a 2% chance. And we did get it to proc once, which is crazy because we only fielded... Oh, we're going to lose. Look, there's no imps left to summon. Okay, see, there's some weird stuff. Are they bleeding? Do we do bleed damage? Ooh. Interesting. Very interesting. Do we do bleed damage of some kind? Yeah, we only field 6 bombers, and they got it to go off. That's crazy. But all of our units are bombers. So far. We must do some kind of bleed damage. We're going to lose this round again. See, I see these little red numbers chipping away. So only bombers might be a mistake. I said it out loud even. There's a very good possibility that only bomber... Maybe you do need imps. I don't know. I mean, these altar summons are really strong here. And the graveyard's getting units back involved. They're ignoring the graveyard units, maybe? I know we lost that, but I say we run it back. The King of Nothing just dominated our army here on year 4. We have the Poison Thorns, and they do seem to apply to the summoned units from the Pagoda and the Altar. But darn. We've not gotten the Imp card yet, just the Bomber card, and that is the only unit card that's been offered to us, it seems. Like, we're gonna... Yeah, I mean, we lost this run again, like, pretty convincing fashion, too. It's year 4 in this run, and we're losing to the King of Stone. That dude just is way too tough for us. I'm not exactly sure why, but it is immediately clear that the King of Stone is just good into our army, maybe early game only, or maybe late game, but we have a really tough time getting through it at the start. And we've only gotten one chance at an imp card here at year 5, and we immediately grabbed it. We've been getting thrown altars and graveyards. And that's the run. Brutal. Maybe just the imps. Let's see. If we go imps like that and then cemeteries like that, I think that's the play. Let's try to ignore our pagoda for as long as possible. Cemetery. I feel like it's year 2 and we have every building we need to be successful. These are all the right cards in our deck. I'm just not sure where to go from here. Like, I think this works, but I don't know how to make it work better than this just yet. We're going to re-roll it. Ah, that sucks. That sucks. We can throw the cauldron down and then we'll pitch it. We'll destroy it or whatever, sacrifice, whatever it's called. Although it did give poison damage to everything coming out of our graveyard as well as the altar. So I don't know if that's intended or not. Interesting. I would not have guessed that was the... I would not have guessed that was going to be the outcome. Let's I wonder if overwork applies to the graveyard. Let's re-roll this one's. I feel like Thorns is super good, so we're going to go Thorns and hope it applies to the altar summons. If it doesn't, bummer. Hopefully it does. I mean, everyone's poisoned. I can see those purple numbers coming in. I'm seeing red and orange numbers, which definitely does make me think we do some kind of overtime passive bleed effect. Okay, again, like, the question becomes, can we... Yeah, see, everybody's poisoned. We'll take that action. Overtime bleed effect. Can we use the library to stack buffs on graveyard troops? I would assume not. That would be my best guess. Double the damage of the card on the target plot. Hey, we'll try. I mean, we will really try to make something happen there. We're going to put down the Quarry and see if this applies to the altars. Okay, it applied to the graveyard, the altars, and it applied to the pagoda. Interesting. I was not expecting the Quarry to affect the cemetery, the pagoda, and the altar. I think that just doesn't seem like it would have been the intended mechanic. Huh. Let's re-roll this once. I was really hoping for something different, but that's all right. Well, knowing that the Quarry hits all those buildings, maybe we do keep it. I don't love the tile it's on. That doesn't bring me joy, but maybe it's a good... I think we've got this run. Unless something weird happens I don't understand. I feel like we're in like a shockingly strong position here as we lose this round. Don't say it isn't so. Hey, they've all got poison. They could die to the poison, right? Yeah, look, 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh. Dude. All right. I don't know. I just do not know. But it's definitely got me thinking, wait, we should hit that so that we can drop one of these to, let's see, let's clone this bad boy, level him up, and then we've got a wild card. All right, I'm happy with that year. Year 8 for our kingdom was huge. We got both the altars at max level. We've got 2 graveyards with 2 stacks of imps. Wow, the King of Greed is in there just bullying me. We're going to lose this round again. Man, leave a comment. Are we doing something wrong? Like, this feels like the way forward. It really does. Oh, no. I mean, come on now. We've got 3 tiles of imps. We've got 2 graveyards, 2 altars, and our pagoda. And with the thorns, everything's taking poison damage that hits us. Man, the King of Stone with those trebuchets, crazy strong. I don't want the pagoda. Ah, that sucks. Oh, now we don't have any money to spend. Dude. That sucks. Well, well. Here we go. A rebellion in the Kingdom of Blood. Are you kidding me? These guys are rebelling? Well, here's a question. The altars. Summon 1 unit per level for each dead ally. Okay, so it doesn't matter if it has to be an ally. Okay. Yeah, we play really well into ourselves, but we definitely do not play nearly as well into... We don't play nearly as well into some of these kings. Like the Rainbow Army fielded 61 troops, and we have hundreds out here going down. But they're eating... Their army is so weak. We're getting it done, though. I don't know. I feel like those poison thorns are doing overtime. Oh, scapegoat. I mean, if kill generates gold, we like that. Everything is kind of leveled. Duplicate target plot and all its stats to 1 empty adjacent plot. I don't know how to work these into what we're doing. Haste isn't bad. We can make use of that haste. Hey, a new tile. Awesome. Well, let's go here. And we can put down another graveyard and a unit, I suppose. Makes sense to me. Waste these boys up. They'll be fast. I'm actually watching our unit count grow. I think it started around 80 and now it says 137 or something. That's crazy. I do really wonder if the poison thorns, though, are what are carrying us right now. Like, have we made some tragic mistake, but it does not matter as we've got the thorns? Gonna re-roll this once. All right, there's another cemetery coming in, and we just crisscross them, right? Gets it done. There you go. Yeah, we fielded like 83 troops, I think, at the start. They all get killed, and immediately we're at 127, 130, 132, 143, 159. Man, these trebuchets have to go, though. These things are way too intense. We're going to lose to them. We're not careful. We only have 1 life left, so I'm just here kind of panicky. Enemies killed have a 10% chance of coming back as an ally. We'll take that, right? Just more units. Oh, we're going to win this one. You think you can rebel against the King of Blood? Are you kidding me? The rivers run red here. And okay, hold on. And do we have a tile for imps? We do not. Oh, we can upgrade imps. Hey. Yes. You got to wonder, though, should we be upgrading them? Is it just better if they die? At least upgrading them adds more to the stack, right? I think. Wow, the King of Spells just blew us up. Is this really how we lose here in year 15? Say it isn't so. No. There's 33 of them, but some of them are poisoned. We lose on year 15 like this? You're kidding me. I feel like this setup was a winning strategy. I really do. I think this was the way to go. Coda in the back. Okay, we've got the altar in. We've got, let's see here, 2 imps in the cemetery. Right, that's everything we need on round 1. Like ignoring the sacrifice card, it is round 1, right? Year 1. As the King of Blood here in our Kingdom of Blood. It's actually, there's not that much blood. It's a bit of a, it's a marketing and propaganda thing, okay? But I think this is it. I think this is quite literally the only thing we need. I think we're at the point where we could just tear it up. This is it. Boom. Coda. First we get the cemetery in. So small changes, right, are that we started with 2 imp cards in our hand. As several of the runs here have fallen apart because we ended up with bombers early on, or some other card that wasn't as good, right? And I feel like if we can't win with this strat, then we need to grind games until we get some more passive perks leveled up. I did see there were thorns, but I think embalming's a little stronger. Enemies killed have a 10% chance to be summoned back to life as allies. On a regular basis, we fight armies with 100 troops, which means at least 10 of them are coming back, which means if it's 100 on 100, it's really 90 versus 110, right? Because there's going to be 10 swing troops. And I feel like that is significant enough that it is worth going for. In addition, I do think I want that 3rd altar in, as a lot of these fights come down to just the summons from the altars. And since on round 1 we're able to pick it up, it was worth it. I feel like 2 altars should be enough, but I guess the most important thing is how early. Double damage wherever we put there. Cool. How early can you get your imps, your graveyards running to be feeding those altars? And since we can do it on the first round, I think we win this one. My biggest concern is the King of Progress, the King of Spells, and the King of Stones. Those are the 3 armies that have given us the hardest time. And as a tier list, I would say King of Stone is the worst. We've lost more runs and more lives to him. And the King of Progress here, definitively the 2nd worst. Where we've lost more lives and runs to him, 2nd. Very cool. Don't love these options, but we've got a merchant and diplomat coming up soon, so I really don't want to re-roll them. Maybe we grab the wraps and just pitch them. We can sacrifice them, get everybody a level up. I think the mechanic that lets us make peace and choose war is important for every game, because they can take a game that, you know, if a matchup's kind of bad, or to get a matchup that's kind of good, it is significant. It really is, I think. All right, what do we want to do? I think we want to go Pagoda. No, we'll go Cemetery. It's only level 1. All right. They need us to add a war. We'll take the King of Nature. I think he's important as well for that Procreate card that gives us the +9 in a stack. I think that's actually really significant. It's weird that our Pagoda is level 3 +1, so 4, right? But we still only summoned 16 imps. We're going to re-roll this once and hope for the Procreate card. There it is, +9 troops. Awesome. And we'll throw down that Cemetery for now. Get to level 3. Yeah, look at the King of Progress here, just absolutely bullying us. Insane. If we can make peace with this guy, we will. He's got to go. He will ruin our run, as you can see here. Again, leave me a comment. Is there something that would make this run better? You know, just based on what we have access to here. I grabbed the library, but we're not going to build another cemetery, and we don't have any buffs on anything. So we're going to leave it. Imps coming in. Slam these bad boys. We're going to expand the tile and put down the farm in, looks like 2 rounds here. That'll be really nice just to get more troops coming in. This could be the one. Like, again, I'm really happy with our setup here, and I don't feel like it gets much better than this. You know, I was serious, but I was also a little bit joking when I was like, hey, you know, do we go left? You know, do we zig or zag here, right? Ooh, what do we overinvest on? I was gonna say Pagoda, but maybe do Altar. 150 and 36. Are they all the same? They are. Interesting. All right. Well, this one's got the upgrade, so I think the upgraded one, when we upgrade these altars, it just adds an additional summon from it. It doesn't actually, all the other upgrades give a flat stat bonus as well as more units. Oh my goodness, we are struggling here. Dude. Wow. I think Raise would be best. Which definitely sucks because then we can't throw down that farm. Because instead of the farm, we're just going to smoke this tile. Gone. Double maximum quality of Pagoda imps. Let's re-roll this once. Oh. We can re-roll. We can't see our money. It's clearly a bug. No, we're out. So we only had one shot at that re-roll. That sucks. Well. Normally we go gambling. I really like this one. I think it's strong to have 2 cards and be able to be constantly throwing one away. But I think Sharp Blades is going to pay off a little more. So Alter 41.16. And now it is at 41.16. Cool. Okay. Well, it did absolutely nothing. Increase the attack of all your units and towers. So summoned units here, according to the Altar, did not get affected. Yikes. No worries. We'll be Ken to get it done. Huge regrets here. We burned a tile to get access to another one of these council, you know, passive buffs, and was not worth it. It would have been better to go with the farm. How much better? Significantly. Enough better that I'm here having doubts on, like, that I just ruined the entire run? Potentially. I really like this double the stat of all active altars, but I think we double the crit damage. Because I noticed the crit chance here on these altars is 20, but I think it gets better than that. I have this suspicion that I think we saw it at 100% on an earlier run. Went up to 21 this time. I'm not sure exactly how hard it is to level it up, but I feel like double critical damage on a unit that makes guaranteed crits is going to be a win. Yeah, let's try and get that Procreate card. There it is. We need this card. We genuinely do, I feel like. Yeah, this is the army that we struggle into with these flamethrowers in the back. We're getting absolutely wrecked. And I think these flamethrower units in the back, or machine gunners, whatever they are, I think they target the lowest health units first. So all of my trash summons that are supposed to keep their units busy are just never busy, which really sucks. Let's get these guys carnage. Maybe we can get some value. I don't know. There's a little more damage. Anything? Is if we lose one more time, it's over. I mean, we're past the halfway point, so there's a very good chance that we can make it all the way to the end. I don't know. I'm just like thinking really hard about like how can we do this better. So we've got an expansion coming up, a new council decree, which could be huge. Yeah, like we're hanging in there so well, but we also have like, we're one life away. We're like one mistake away and it's over. So I don't know. I'd like to get Thorns because I think it's a really strong card and we have so many units so we can get good value from it, but I'm not sure Thorns is the play. I think we have to reroll this. Does Carnage stack? Does it make sense to go twice on this? I don't think so. I'll take the altar. We can do that. I think we've been supercharging the bottom one. Let's get this farm in. Just so we're getting more units in there. It's a solid 50 stack. Oh no, this is the one. No. Dude, we lost. This sucks so hard. Your kingdom has perished. I don't think we can do much better than what we've done here. All right, this first year I'm feeling really good. We started with those 2 free altars, right? And then we were able to go into an imp as well right at the start. And we're actually going to start buffing these towers with attack speed for now. It can only help. Maybe long term we'll destroy that tower. Well, for now, it's certainly not hurting anything at all to have that there. We have our first cemetery down. It's year 3. We've got a stack of imps. We've got our pagoda. We've got 2 altars. Like, I feel like we're where we're supposed to be, but darn. It makes me think that maybe the King of Blood is kind of weak, especially maybe in the early, because they're giving us 2. 2 of these units are the worst 3 random plots. Thanks. 2 of these units, I'm like, hey, we're in a good spot. But the reality is they give you the pagoda, right? It's your castle, your main building, your headquarters. And then they gave us 2 of those altars, right? So they immediately gave us like our 3 core buildings. And it makes me think maybe the King of Blood is a little weak. I said it. Dude's a weakling. Like his setup is so weak. They're like, hey, we need to kind of buff you a little bit. We're gonna make sure that we, pass on some stuff directly to you. We're going to try maybe the turret as well. We've never tried it because it makes me very concerned it eats one of our units. I want to know if it's permanent. We're going to lose this round. No way. That is so crazy. The Mangler. Wait, hold on. Yeah, we'll go for it. Every year, sacrifice an adjacent unit and gain +2 damage. See how it works. So this imp plot has 13 units on it. And now it has 12. Next year, will it have 13 again, or will it be forever locked to 12? That's the big question. Guess it doesn't matter. We still lose. That is crazy. So let's see. It has 12. Okay. Will it actually eat through an entire stack of imps? So that imp stack has 11. We got to keep feeding this thing units. Oh, it doesn't matter. We're going to lose on year 7. Dude. It's year 5 and we were able to get the poison thorns early. I'm just really hoping that pays off. We've got the pretty much just traditional setup here. We've got imps. We haven't seen a single graveyard yet. We've got imps, we've got bombers, we've got the altars. There's nothing different about this run other than the poison thorns. Instead of altars, we kept getting these vampire cards, so we threw that on them for a little more survivability. But as you can see here, we're gonna lose this round, I think. Maybe poison thorn saves us, but unlikely. Yeah, just kind of a weak group. Throw some more bombers in the mix. We just don't have a lot to show for our efforts. I don't know. I'm really starting to think that the trick is, oh no. We lost to our own blood rebellion. Do we even deserve to win? Hey, our first cemetery, finally. Oh my goodness. I mean, the short answer is like, yeah, we deserve to win. But at the same time, I'm not really sure how to make this army more effective. These are the cards they have. This is it. Which means we're basically relying on the other kings we're up against and hoping that one of their decks synergizes with ours well enough. Oh no. Well, I really want that Procreate for the +9. Oh, I was like our last chance to get it. Bombers, why not? Again, it makes me wonder if are imps better or bombers? Bombers better or imps? And I feel like imps are better. There's just more of them in a stack to die. But the bombers always die. And you can see their damage numbers significantly outpace the other towers here. Which kind of makes me go, okay, well, they were the right pick then. We are going to grab those thieves. I think we might really need more. I think the thieves might be the game changer we've been looking for. I wish I had a better tile to put them in, but something to dive the back line, especially on these ballistas here, right? Like, see, they're working the ballistas in the back. Man, that was a really lucky pickup on the thieves. Oh, dude. Please tell me the poison saves me. No, it's over. That sucks. It's over, dude. So this is a pretty big change up. We've almost never gotten the steel coat as an option before. But we can also go blacksmith. Blacksmith is really strong. It doesn't really fit any of our tiles nicely, so we're going to go steel coat. But it's definitely something to think about. And I think we will build the scout tower as well, just so we have damage coming out. And if we're going to build the scout tower, then it probably makes sense to build the blacksmith center and graveyard in the corner. And it's a little bit of an awkward build, but maybe that's what gets it done. We're going to re-roll this once. Poison Thorns. Yeah, I just think that's a really strong card. All right, let's throw that cemetery down in the corner. And let's take the blacksmith if we can again. As there's definitely been a handful of runs where I've been like, man, if we had a tower just shooting, maybe we survive, right? Maybe that scout tower... Maybe the scout tower is the solution. Just gain that little bit more consistent DPS. But I feel like we have to get a blacksmith on it like the next round. Maybe one more round. Or else we're in trouble. Even though it's going to be nerfing our altars just a little bit. I think it still makes sense to go for. Alright, this is my fear. This King of Nothing army here. It's got the archers in the back and very tanky like frontline units. But I think with the poison thorns, I think we're going to be able to get through it. Yeah, the poison thorns absolutely saved us there. That's huge. Oh, but a farm would be nice. No. Let's keep it how it is and try and get a buff here. I think the blacksmith is the best buff there. And maybe this is enough. See, this is what I'm talking about. If the only thing left is that trebuchet, I have faith that my archer towers can take it down with those scout towers. Yeah, there, they got it. They got it. That's crazy, actually. So maybe the strat is to be here against... Wage war against another king. Oh, this sucks, dude. Well... Progress agreed. I mean, who do we want to not fight? Both of them. He's got the library, though. That does change things a little bit, doesn't it? Dude, they hit so hard. Opening volley, we took out 3 of their troops. They took out like 50% of all my troops. Come on. Don't let me down. Poison. We're going to lose our first life on round 8. Dude. Don't like that. All right, sacrifice for a big level up. We can do that. Drop the cauldron, sacrifice the next round. Every tile around it needs a level up. We'll take that action. I do think it's cool the cauldron lets you put poison damage onto the towers. I'm not really sure how effective poison damage is. I mean, it seems good to me, but I'm not sure like it's worth losing a slot for it. I think we go temple. Temple and farm would be the best 2 picks here. We don't have the money for the farm. It'll be all right. It'll be all right. And let's burn this. Everybody gets that level up. Let's go ahead and... We're going to get a new plot in 2 turns, but whatever that plot is, we probably want to put a farm on. That's tough. So we did give our guys steel coat, which is survivability, but we need it. They're already dying fast enough anyhow. There's that blacksmith. All right, it's a little late for the blacksmith. Doesn't matter. This might be the strat, just being able to get some extra DPS from a tower, just to save those late runs. I don't know, like this could be the run. And the only difference is we played less cards from our core deck. We played other decks cards, which doesn't bring me joy. Ooh. 1 reroll coming in. Gigantify's not bad. Let's take Gigantify. Well, we can take that. We can take that. Do we go here for the farm, or do we just throw it wide for the temple so it's out of the way? I say we throw it wide for the temple. Just to be getting some 10% boost of something. And that time was HP. Don't care. That's huge. Like, I don't care what the stat it does. It will be good. Steel coat. Awesome. So they got a steel coat. Let's give it to these guys. Both groups have it. We'll take that. Oh, moment of truth. Can we take down the King of Stone here? If we can, that's crazy. Yeah, it's official. The answer to the King of Blood is to play less cards from that deck. We tried way too hard to make it work with his cards, and it was a mistake. Enemies have a 10% chance to come back as summons. Double crits, I think, is best, but what have we got going on here? 19 and 19. Let's go embalming. I still think that's just really strong. We can gigantify some bad boys here. Are they about the same? They are identical. Doesn't matter. Easy decision. Whichever one's closer. That moment that you find out they're equidistant, you're like, oh my goodness. Yeah, having those two scout towers shooting those arrows, right, those archer towers, is a solid bonus 2,000 damage. And that matters. That matters, like, a lot more than you would think. Grab some vampirism on these guys. My super imps. Super imps. Simps. That's what it means. I knew it. I knew we could figure that word out without having to Google it. Okay, moment of truth. Can these archer towers save this run? I've got poison popping off. I think the embalming actually kicked in as well. See, it's one of those units turned around. That's crazy. That was crazy. Peace time. We really need an expansion here, guys. Pagoda. Oh man, we're not getting into their back line and they are chewing through our units. Come on. Awesome. That was really tough. Just really tough. I'm seeing a lot of critical hit damage coming in. It might be time to get if we have the opportunity that critical hits get double damage. All right, Pagoda coming in. Pagoda is at that level 4. Yeah, just monster damage from those archer towers. If we win, it's because of them, I think. Well, then again, to be fair, it's looking like the altars also brought in a solid 10k damage themselves. Nothing to scoff at. These are level 1 imps. Go for the wall for the minute. If the wall saves a run, it'll be crazy. I say that as my army gets absolutely slaughtered, and there's nothing I can do. Dude. Our Pagoda's like, here are 27 extra units. Here are 27 imps, and they die in the first volley, along with half the rest of my army. Oh my goodness, are we saved by the wall? The embalming, I think, also got good value. Hey, the blacksmith again. We'll take that action. Hey, thank you. We'll take that action. There we go. Oh, my wall. Oh, no. The only reassurance I have in this moment is I have 2 lives left and not 1. And that is some grim reassurance. Because I have 8 troops left, and I fielded a lot. Come on, we can do it. Embalming? Do you think it doubles up? Instead of 10, it goes to 20? Come on. Or does it just roll the 10% chance twice? That's the big question. All right, we've got a good tile open for another unit to add to the slaughter or a farm. No. Come on, dude. Don't end like this. Come on. Dude. This sucks so hard. It's year 21. We have made it so far. We lose this run, we uninstall. Like, we've gone so far with this one. Tier 3 imps. Come on, come on. Why is every round so incredibly close? Not like kind of close. Oh, we can make peace with someone. The King of Spells or nothing. The King of Spells wrecked our face. Let's get rid of him. Dude. I'm over here terrified we're going to lose. Come on. Not like this. We can do it. We have 8 troops versus half their army. It's happening so fast, it's tough to see. Oh my goodness. Dude. Let's reroll once. Hey, Pagoda. We'll take that. We'll take that. All right. There's been a blood rebellion, and our own troops are just destroying our face. It feels terrible. I don't know if you noticed, though, the summon unit from the altars are not just massive, but they're also hard carrying the team at this point with the 2 of them, as they're routinely both getting over 10 to 20k damage. We'll grab these imps, but these are just a 1 or 2. They're a 1. Let's go thieves. Just something to jump the back line. So both our imp stacks are tier 3. We've got thieves coming in as well. Dude, come on, come on. Oh my goodness. It's going to come down to embalming and the archer towers. Every time they turn around like that, it's embalming popping off. No, 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 no. Oh my goodness. I can't. I just cannot. Can't breathe. Holy cow. It's just out of control, dude. This is way too tough. Yeah, like some armies we just must be strong into because we dominated that fight. I mean, we dominated that fight. Gonna farm in, just get more units thrown in. Uh-oh. No, no, no. The King of Stone. We're gonna lose to the King of Stone again. It's going to come down to the embalming. He has 60 units in there. What happened? not a complaint, just afraid. What? Does somebody here explode on death or something? All the poison had just perfectly built up, and that was the moment. I don't know. I'm terrified we're going to lose this one still. It's round 28, and I have no faith we're going to win. I don't even know what we need right now. Maybe we go bombers. I think the cemetery could level up, but if we reroll, what are we even looking for? Let's reroll once. We'll take the bombers. All right, double the stance of all active units. Okay, or just the altars. So these dudes have 800 health and 100 damage. 800 and 100, or almost 200 damage. I guess 197. We'll double it up. Well, we got rerolls. Hold on. Double the maximum quantity of pagoda. Let's do that, actually. I think that's going to be pretty strong. Got the bombers coming in. Let's see how many imps are in that top bar. 74. Yeah. That's not bad. Oh, don't tell me we lose again. It's year 29. We are so close. Oh my goodness. Year 30, but the next round is the King of Stone. R.I.P. Come on, we can win this. This could be it right here. It's 117 troops versus the power of embalming and 2 archer towers. We lose. That sucks, dude. That sucks so hard. Here are the facts. I'm super happy with our setup here in year 3 because we have all of our core buildings. At the same time, makes me incredibly nervous. Nervous isn't the right word, but makes me uncomfortable that we don't have a lot of other play, right? You know, for example, if you look at the playlist, there's a couple other kings we've gone through, right? They're in there, and with the King of Nothing, we could have won with almost any of his units. As long as we figured out how to properly get them buffed up and whatnot, just didn't matter. I mean, they could really get it done. But with the King of... I mean, it did matter, but you had to figure out how to like line up your buffs and get them moving. And kind of the same thing with the King of Spells. I felt confident we could have used warlocks or mages to be effective. And for some reason, we're going to put a graveyard there, dude. For some reason, the King of Greed, I think you could really get a mercenary build to be insane, but we also had really good success with towers. And the run that we were able to get to the end of things with, we ended up kind of getting a mix of cards and going both ways. But here, I feel like what we have down, this is the strategy. And the only thing that would potentially make this better is if we... we play more rounds to get some of the what are they called? Like the permastats to go up. It's got a name, but there's like that tech tree or whatever. Or if we can open up more tiles and get more cards down early. But I feel like our army is really good into the King of Nature. This is not... and it has this Procreate card, right? Which gives a... who do we fight? I don't know. I feel like we've lost to the King of Greed a bunch of times. But the King of Nothing has... he's got those paladins we just can't fight. King of Stone has those trebuchets that destroy us. And the King of Spells is also nasty. I don't know what to do here. We don't care about libraries or... I don't know. I mean, this is rough. I feel like we had the 2 kings we wanted. With this Procreate spell from the King of Nature, though, we've been able to get more imps in that stack, which is huge. I guess we should have gone... I don't know. I guess we should have gone King of Nothing so we could build farms, potentially. But the issue with that is plain and simple. I think those paladins are too tough for us. I don't think we could kill those paladins. It's like the King of Nothing. No, the King of Stones. We have to get rid of the King of Stones. That dude is way too dangerous. Let's re-roll this, hope for a graveyard. One more. Ah. That sucks. Yeah, this army we struggle into. The King of Progress as well. I mean, he fielded 51 troops. We fielded well over 200 at this point. And his dudes tore us up. Mercy. Dude. Oh my goodness. We fielded currently 233 troops versus 51, and he killed all of them. Okay, hold on. What have we got here? Hey, cemetery. There we go. Man, am I thankful we had the money for that. All right. Well, we officially have... This is our setup. This is what I feel like is optimal. I feel like this is the way forward. We just need to get a little lucky versus like the armies we fight. But this is like, I feel like optimal. We have 3 graveyards all stacking up on three stacks of imps. One of the imps we've been able to... We don't want to clone. We want that Procreate card. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. We really want that Procreate card. Dude. Oh no, it's the Rainbow Army. They're actually kind of tough. In case you couldn't tell, as they fielded 61 troops, and I'm looking like I'm going to clear 300, and they are tearing me up. Just decimating my dudes. I think the King of Nature's army, when we run into that guy, the Green Army, he seems a little like the kind of the easy army to fight. Every once in a while he catches us up. But it's the King of... Oop, hold on. We can do that X-ray level up if we can get a little lucky here. Then we go cemetery here. That'd be huge. Yep. Nice. Yeah, the King of Stone. This dude wrecks us with these stupid trebuchets in the back. I mean, we're down to 5 troops. No, here it comes. And that's the match. So we fielded 257 troops plus another 40, so 297. Homie fielded 49. Like we had like 4 or 5 troops for every one of his troops. He still got through to us. I'm super happy with our setup. Just in case I haven't said this enough, I think this is absolutely the way forward. This is optimal. And we're still getting bullied. Yeah, these guys, these flamethrower guys in the back, they automatically target units with the lowest HP, and they cause my army some real trouble. I think the reason for that is that they do a really good job of locking down the cemetery units that are kind of like trash mobs, right? And that way their main force can focus on my big boys. They have 20 dudes left. I have 9. We're going to lose. This is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. I've even got my pagoda in the back tile, so don't say I wasn't thinking about it. We fielded 343 troops to their 112. Could not get it done. That sucks so hard. We got to re-roll this. Double movement speed. We'll do one more re-roll. Poison Thorns. All right. And Cemetery buff. Here we go. Come on, come on, come on. Seriously, though, leave a comment. Tell me right now. Look at my setup and tell me that what I have here, right? Altar, pagoda, altar, and then just alternating imps and cemeteries. Is there a better way to do this with the starting cards under the current patch for the King of Blood? By the way, this Thorn card working overtime because our army is not that much stronger and we just smoked the same army that gave us a hard time last time. Crazy. Just crazy. This could be the run. I don't know. Maybe we're snowballing the right way. Maybe. I mean, just maybe. I want the clone. I really want the Procreate card. There it is. They get 9 more units involved. Yeah, see the poison? The poison's eating on these boys. I'm hoping that pays off. Poison Thorns. Every time enemies attack your units, those enemies gain 1 poison stack. Game changer. I said it. Game changer. I meant it. All right, next turn, we can expand our kingdom. All right. We'll wait a second then. Well, maybe the quarry is the way forward, though. Maybe that'd help with the damage. Because we definitely have enough units out here slinging it. I wonder if a forest applies to these altars. I bet it does. I'd rather get the Procreate card. I think it's stronger. All right. Expansion mode. Oof, I guess we go here, but I kind of forgot the cards we've got going on. Man, I really hope we don't lose this early to this guy. Dude. Why is he so insane? We have 3 troops left. Oh my goodness. We just build our own ballistas. So yeah, eat this. Do we? Nah. You know, if we got the assassin, that little thief that dives the back line, that would be huge. We could make good work of that. I feel like for the record, right, we have done nothing significantly different from the previous runs. This is like very standardized. Like we've essentially built even the same like tile setup. A couple times we have one more altar or another level in the pagoda, or cemeteries are a little more level, but this is like the basic setup we've done multiple times now. I actually feel like my altars units are getting out of control. We sent out over 500 units this fight. I don't even know how it's possible. 476 plus another 60 imps. Oh my goodness. You can make peace with someone. King of Stone has to go, dude. Oh, I think we're winning this one. I think we've got it. Got rid of the King of Stone. He was my like biggest nightmare, I feel like. And I think MVP is the Poison Thorns. Wait. Dude. Don't tell me we lose this round. No, 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 no. There's 50 of them left. 34 of them left. Oh, I put the pagoda at the back. Tell me that wins it for me. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh. Dude. You have to be kidding me. I really think that this is the strat. Altar, pagoda, altar. Imp, cemetery, imp. Cemetery, imp, cemetery. And we got the procreate stacked up on that bad boy. Since we have the same basic opening hand every match, it's going to start like the same. But I think... I'm not super happy with these tiles, but I think we can make this work. And you might say, Vadd, this looks like every other start. Yeah, it's because we get the same cards every start. What am I going to do? All right. And we're going to avoid the bombers for now. I think they are a good unit, but I think it'd be better to try and get a unit or a tower from another one of the King's decks. Yeah, here we go. Like paladins or archers. I think archers are a good fit. So we'll grab them and get them into the mix. Even though we know full well these archers are doomed to die, we just need more damage and more bodies. And yes, I got it. Like the bombers, they run in, they blow it up, they do big damage, but I feel like we need a little outside help to get it done. And we'll grab Sacrifice. And Warhorns for bonus 50% summon. Well, we've got one reroll. No, that's fine. All right, let's get everything juiced up. Well, hold on. We can go Pagoda once. I really wanted the King of the Grass, right? Whoever's got those Elven Snipers to target the back line, or the Assassins. I want them more than I want the other units. I think those guys have a lot of value. Steel Coat. Let's go ahead and sacrifice these guys for the minute. Just get everyone a big level up. And we'll see if there isn't some other options. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Thieves. Really want those thieves. Baby boom. Come on. Yes, perfect tile. We'll put thieves down there then. We'll take advantage of that. And thieves are great for us because it seems like the armies we lose to have dominant backline units. I've been thinking about this a lot. And I think thieves are the way forward for us. Since we got them this early in the build, we can do good stuff with that. Farm. So I've You know, the end video is just one video, right? But a lot of the times, like, these take me several days to record because I can't always just sit down and record them straight through. So there's actually been like a lot of thought between this run and some of the other runs. And we should take one reroll, but we're not going to. I want to hold on to that gold. And we'll invite the King of Stones. Hopefully we can get rid of him next. Even though he kind of ruins our run, I feel like. Well, it might have been smarter to re-roll and try and get the King of Grass or whatever, the green guy. But having the thieves, I'm happy with this. I think we can make that work. It might not be obvious, but I can watch the damage number on the thief plot, and all of them did successfully die. So if you're sitting there going, well, are they even worth it? Yeah, I mean, they're still feeding the altars, which we need them to, but more importantly, they're in the back line right now. I can see there's one right here targeting this little, what's it called? Trebuchet, right? These trebuchets that ruin my day. And so here's the concept, right? We get some kind of a backline unit. Don't care what. Ooh, the ballistas are fun. Skip. We get some kind of a backline unit. Do not care what it is, okay? But we need something to dive those back lines, and I feel like it changes the run significantly. Because with 2 imps, right, 2 stacks of imps, and the cemetery, we have plenty, like, that is enough to get some serious power onto our summoned units through the altars, right? Which then goes, okay, well, where's your weakness, right? Well, it's a little obvious. The weakness is, hold on. Oh, it's the Rainbow Army. That's fun. We're going to throw down the bomber and then blow up these tiles. Yeah, that's fine. The weakness becomes damage, right? Like, it takes so long to scale this, and there's those backline units that are just tearing us up. And so we have 2 options. We've got to get more damage in these first, 20 rounds or whatever. And then it's like just a coin flip. It's like whatever troop you happen to be able to get is just going to be a little bit better. And the way, again, I'm keeping track of, like, did the assassins die is, like, do their damage numbers stop going up, etc. Like, you can see with the bombers, they got the 150. That's because they walk forward and blow themselves up, The temple is so good. But I really like the shrine. And we have a lot of underleveled plots. So we're going to go shrine. Man, that hurts. It hurts to, like, take that knowing that there's definitely other options that would be stronger. But something's going to get leveled up. It's going to cost us some gold, but, like, all of our buildings have at least 1 or 2 levels. So even if we sell it off later, it'll still be worth it. This could be the run. I'm actually feeling really good with that thief pickup. Are they called assassins or thieves? I've been calling them a mix of both. But some runs I've tried and I've thrown down a turret, and that's, like, helped make things, like, smoother. But I feel like as in the current state of things, you need a backline somebody to get back there and just blow it up. All right. Let's earthquake these bad boys. We got more of them. Cool. We will vampirism these guys and run it forward. King of Stone. Dude is an absolute menace. I only have 4 troops left. If we can make peace with this guy, we will, because I think he will ruin our run. And I feel pretty good about who we're fighting against this run, outside of the King of Stone. Other options. We'll take the Pagoda. That's fine. And Embalming is good. I do like Poison Thorns, though. I'd rather get Embalming, but I think Poison Thorns is... It's just too strong, and we don't have a way to get down poison damage. And we need help dealing damage. We genuinely do. All right, all right, all right. Okay, Scout Tower. We've got a plot coming up later. Ooh, I'd like to put a Scout Tower here. I don't have a way to do that because we could buff these guys up. But we're at least... Huh. We can go Scout Tower, and maybe we don't build it just yet. But the plan was to hopefully get that earthquake, whatever, and get this tile open. We'll see how it shakes out. It's year 15, so we've survived halfway. We have all 3 of our lives, and the only thing different we've done with our strategy, air quotes on only thing different, but the only thing different we've done, plain and simple, is we went ahead and got these thieves, right? And the farms just to get more imps in the stack. But I don't think the imps in the stack are what are making the biggest difference. I think it is, and maybe it is, but I think it's those thieves. I think they're just getting a surprising amount of value. And I think we're at the point as well that our altar summons are really starting to come online. Oh, that's close. We've got to get rid of this. Okay, hold on. One more. Come on. Earthworks. There it is. So we can then earthworks these guys. And we can scout tower here. And then hopefully get some kind of a buff building here. I would like the blacksmith just for the damage. But a secondary option would be the attack speed tower. I think that would be good too. All right. These guys have the attack speed tower, but we only have 1 reroll. Here we go. That's fine. More troops. Always good. Pagoda's at the base 3 plus another 2. There we go. There we go. That was solid. Okay, do we take the wild card? This guy could have the blacksmith. We're going to reroll once. Darn. No blacksmith. Literally none. That's fine. Pagoda. So we're at the base 3 plus another 3. See, look at the assassins in the back line messing up these trebuchets. It matters. It really matters. Oh my goodness. So we could do the cauldron and get everybody poison damage. It's not a bad idea, but we already do poison stuff, so I'm not in love with the idea. For the minute, let's pitch a card. I think we can get away with pitching the sacrifice card. Feels like a card we get often enough. And since we have the, I think it's called a shrine, we got to double check. Our buildings are getting leveled up. We'll take the farm. Embalming, perfect. 10% chance of whoever we're fighting to pop back up. Awesome. Fantastic. Again, for perspective on that, if we fight an army of 100 and this army has 203, and we field 100 troops, if 10% of them turn around and fight for us, it really means it's not 100 on 90. It is, we could put an imp here. We could go imp. Do an altar. It really means it's 110 troops versus 90 in our favor. Like it's a 20 troop swing. Because they lose 10 and then we gain 10, right? It's pretty significant. And as you can see, we're routinely fighting more than 100 troops. I do like this wild card. I do like those archers. I feel like we've got enough juice in the tank. We can make peace. No, reroll. King of Stone. This is the run. I think we can smoke these guys. I think we've had a lot of success fighting them so far. And I don't see that changing significantly. So it looks like our pagoda is max level then at 3 plus 3 because I can't wildcard it. Cool, cool. And we'll go thieves. Yeah. So again, that shrine building is leveling up one of our building rounds for 3 gold. I don't know. I think this is the run. I think we got it. I'm actually feeling really good about this one. Dude, let's go Carnage. Could be pretty nasty. Explodes on death. Take that action. It doesn't feel great that this end solution was use less cards from the King of Blood, right? But instead, if you can get some other factions involved, this deck is significantly better. And to be clear, I don't think this is a weak deck. I think it has a weak start. There's our blacksmith we need or want. And we're good. This is perfect. There's our blacksmith. Everybody's getting more damage. Steel coats. Yeah, it's crazy like how much smoother this run went. It's like I was literally on top of something that would work with like a very small tweak. But this wasn't, we actually, I don't think it's going to make the episode, but I steamrolled all of the lower difficulties. And by steamrolled, like it was not close. It was an absolute stomp, which really said to me that this this is strong. Whatever this the King of Blood here's got going on, this army in his synergies are crazy strong. So it's probably kind of a pain to balance. And I guess one way you balance something like this is you slow down their scaling, right? I think the blacksmith, I think, is the most value right now. Blacksmith. And anything you can do to slow down their scaling. So you notice that like the starting deck for this guy, where the King of Blood has like basically no support buildings. Everything just feeds these altars, which is chill, as these altars aren't even like super crazy yet. We haven't used any kind of a vault would actually be really nice. Are we far enough ahead that I can justify this? I think so. Maybe I'm wrong and like it's a mistake, but I think we've got this. And I guess the other thing different about this run from whatever makes the final cut is that we're not fighting the King of Progress with his flamethrower machine gun backline guys, right? That always target low HP units. And we're also not fighting Evil Pack. Perfect. We're also not fighting the King of Stone. Both those dudes have run ended more of my runs than anyone else. We're actually closing in on that 100% perfect crit chance on these altars. And the summon units are well over 1,000 health and 300 damage, which is crazy. All right, thieves are stacked up. We can overinvest in somebody. Let's overinvest in the pagoda. Why not? I mean, we summon a lot of pagoda troops, and so making them a little bit better. Right, 76 of them. It's pretty crazy. I am like mind-boggled at just how smooth this has gone. I don't think I have it optimal enough that it's going to like do big numbers and just tear it up forever, but I definitely feel like we're in just a really good place. Do we go bombers and then steel coat them? Why not? Enjoy some of that action. Dude. So yeah, things that went well this run. We got the poison thorns, and we got a couple of farms, and we got I don't know if it's early, but these guys have one steel coat. Yeah, this should make it for a little bit. We got good buffs, right? To buff our units. Like everybody's got a steel coat so they stay alive just a little longer, you know? We got a good unit early with the Thief. It's outside of our Pantheon, right? The River of the King of Blood, you know, kingdom. Like, this is the run, and it's just a little awkward. Ultimately, I think the quality of your run with this kingdom is going to come down to not how you open, but how you audible. Like, what changes did you make to try and overcome? Because we're going to win this one. And pretty decisively, even. I do believe here the King of Greed. It's in some real trouble. I am worried about that Champion of Greed, but we'll see. We summoned in over 500 units. That is crazy. Not one, not two. 500. There are 270 units in there, and the number keeps going up. We summoned over 600 units. No way. 570 plus 82. That's crazy. Our kingdom has thrived. Wow. It did not feel like we were thriving to get here. If you like this video, click like. YouTube channel members and the Patreon to support what I do. I'm Vadd, and I will see you in the next one.